It's on page 4 of the boss manual, John. Jesus.
New York reopened the books, but they also laid it down.
By what I did on the Triborough Towers situation alone, I should have been made right then, boom.
The books are closed. They're not accepting any new members.
When it comes to opening up the books, it's not necessarily a simple process as much as Christopher would like it to be. In the pilot episode, he decides to kill Emil Kolar on spec to help Tony take care of an issue with a bid for a garbage contract. Christopher thinks this is his golden ticket to get the books opened up for him. Technically speaking, an independent crime family doesn't need another crime family's permission before inducting a new made man. But with that said, if it's true that they were nothing more than a glorified crew, then perhaps it was custom to confer with New York before making any decision about someone getting their button. Tony actually says he did this.
It's fucking graduation day, so I might as well take this opportunity. I'm proposing you to get your button.
I fucking deserve it. Got no spleen, Gene.
Congratulations.
Be careful what you wish for, Chrissy.
What's the matter, Chrissy? Tell Uncle Paulie.
This being made ain't working out the way I thought it would. A lot of responsibilities.
What did you think?
You're only as fucking smart as this week's lines. One false move and you spend your fucking time chasing
You start chasing it.
instead of making money.
Welcome to the NFL, rookie.
Fucking Christ. I'm gonna have to punch this fucking asshole.
Frankly, I was a little surprised.
Oh, you're gonna start on me now? He disrespected the Bing.
So, he's barred from the place.
Raising your hands to a made man, not allowed. Just like how you can't kill a made man without explicit permission from the bosses, you're not supposed to raise your hands to one either, even if you're the boss doing the hitting, like when Tony punched Ralph at the Bing after Ralph killed Tracee. As ridiculous and antiquated as the rules may have been, as Sil pointed out, all things considered, Ralph's got a legitimate beef. It was not his Kumar. It was not someone who was related to him by blood or marriage. What about real-life examples of this?
Boss or no, you don't raise your hands to another made guy. Joe Wolf on Mulberry Street. Exact same situation. He smacked that guy from North Bergen around. Huge problem.
Joe Gallo, known to many as Crazy Joe Gallo, was killed at Umberto's Clam House, a restaurant on Mulberry Street in Little Italy, as retaliation for an assassination attempt on Joe Colombo.
Boss, rules are rules, otherwise what? Fucking anarchy.
You lost me.
I got an alarm guy on my payroll. I tipped Ralphie's guys about the safe. Gave them the codes. So Ralphie says the door's his.
I'll talk to him.
I've been telling you for months now this guy's no good. And I need that money for my long-range planning. I want to sit down.
All right. This guys did the heavy lifting.
Little Paulie was good to go. Fucking car never came. They left him waiting outside his house like an asshole. Fucking 11-degree weather.
Ralphie, give him $12K.
Now, I think that if Paulie had simply given Ralph the code or told Ralph about a possible spot, and then Ralph took it upon himself to organize everything, that'd be one thing. But the fact that one captain had arranged for one of his guys, little Paulie, to be a part of this robbery, and then he was just straight up ignored and left outside waiting all night, to me, that's one capo disrespecting another capo.
What's the matter?
Yeah, nothing.
You could tell Uncle John. What's the matter, Chrissy? Tell Uncle Paulie.
If I were Tony, I personally would have split it down the middle and told Ralph to give Paulie $25K. Paulie still probably wouldn't have been satisfied, but it's less insulting than $12K, and he may have been less inclined to go complain to Johnny Sack about it. We know he loved running his mouth to Johnny Sack, and that was just the start.
I don't stick my beak in.
Let's stick to the issue. A horrible insult was made against Ginny. End of fucking story.
Now, in the wait, with the sit-down where Johnny Sack wants to kill Ralph,
There are millions of dollars at stake.
Again with the money?
Yeah, again with the money. It's settled, John. So either name a price or get the fuck over it.
Oh,
Problem is, I don't know if John's hearing me.
so what are you gonna do about it?
Me? Nothing.
What does that mean?
I didn't say nothing.
Luckily for Johnny, he ended up turning around on his drive to Boston, but as far as Carmine Sr. and Tony, I think they showed good leadership here in this situation. Carmine told his underboss what the final decision was, and even though the underboss was threatening one of Tony's captains, Tony didn't go after Johnny. He waited until the boss of the other family, Carmine, called him and discreetly told him what he wanted to be done.
You saying what I think you're saying?
I didn't say nothing.
Johnny Sack was explicitly told no by his boss. Carmine rejected the idea of killing Ralph because Ralph was a highly valuable earner. Once the boss says no, that's the end of it. By trying to greenlight the hit anyway, Johnny wasn't just being insubordinate, he was challenging the boss's authority, which is basically one of the worst things you can do in mafia culture. And he risked sparking a war with New Jersey.
Are you sure you want to do this? I'd feel a lot better with the Pope's blessing.
Just do as you're told. I'll deal with the fallout.
I don't think Johnny's not going to put a financial squeeze on all of us.
It's not good. All due respect, I'm willing to die for a good cause. This is bullshit.
After Tony B kills Joey Peeps and Billy Leotardo, Tony B is MIA, and Phil and Johnny Sack want Tony B delivered to them on a platter so they can do with him what they will.
For that reason, even if I knew who my cousin was, and I do not, I would not deliver him up to them. I am offering him the same protection that I would offer any of you in similar circumstances.
Would Tony really have done the same for any of those guys there?
So we're gonna deal with this as a family.
Right.
I can't even get down to Milt's, fence some jewelry.
Everybody with eyes in the back of their head.
After what he's done, what does Tony B have on this guy? And I'm supposed to maybe take a bullet for this, Keith.
After all your uncle's done for you, I need to get into specifics.
Sil was really great here with how he handled things. He didn't show his hand or agree with them that he thought Tony was making the wrong decision. But Sil is also brutally honest with Tony, even potentially putting himself at risk in the name of telling the truth.
Here's where the conversation gets difficult.
Go.
All due respect. You were ready to hand him your cousin a week ago. So it's not about standing with the guys or upholding some rules. Not really.
Then what's it all about? Why don't you illuminate me?
It's about you don't want to eat shit from John.
Once you enter this family, there's no getting out. Eugene tries to convince Tony to let him move down to Florida with his family by offering him a chunk of his inheritance from his aunt and bringing up their longtime friendship in an attempt to get Tony to see Eugene as just Eugene and not a person who had taken a solemn oath that applied for life.
Because once you enter this family, there's no getting out.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about. Dan and me and the kids, you know how much we love Florida, right?
This family comes before everything else. Everything. Before your wife and your children and your mother and your father. What, do you want to put some money on the street down there?
I was thinking about buying a place in Fort Myers. Retiring there, actually.
Retiring? What are you, a hockey player? You took an oath, Gene. There's no retiring from this.
Well, I thought about that. And there was Joe Bananas.
Come on.
Eugene uses the example of Joe Bananas. It's definitely not apples to apples. Joe Banana was a boss of one of the 5 families, and he agreed to retire to Arizona as part of ending a war in New York. Eugene, nowhere near that status.
We go back a long way.
If anything, Joe Bonanno is an example of why Tony shouldn't let Eugene, quote unquote, retire. He later wrote a book titled A Man of Honor, the autobiography of Joseph Bonanno. It was a national bestseller, which was a major breach of the Omerta Code of Silence, and he was the first high-ranking boss to do so in a memoir. And Eugene actually is a rat, as we learn later in the episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more lessons in leadership from The Sopranos.